Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah. On today's tutorial, we are going to be learning how to make this alternate cowl neck top. If that's something you're interested in, come with me and let's get started. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you. So the first thing we want to do is get the length at which you want your cowl to be. So you go ahead and measure on your body or your client's body how long you want the top to be, right? And the next thing you're going to do after getting the length of the top is go ahead and take your tape and just drape it over your shoulder like this. Now you can see already that this is giving the shape of a cowl, right? So the next thing you want to do is go ahead and either increase the length or decrease. When you increase, the cowl will go down, right? Like it will go all the way down. And then when you decrease the cowl, it goes up. Now this is going to determine the length at which you want your cowl to be. This is going to determine the length at which you want your cowl to be. So you can either go down or go up. These are like the two measurements that we need for this. Here I have my fabric folded into two, and the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and measure what I have for my cowl. So the length and breadth of it all, the breadth part is how long the cowl is going to be, right? So what I did was whatever number I got, whether it was 22 or 33, I went ahead and divided that by 2, right? So when you get that, you are going to add that as your cowl, how deep you want the cowl to be, right? And then the next thing we're going to do after getting the breadth of the cowl, which is basically the top, we're going to go ahead and measure the length of this. Now, like I said, you go ahead and measure yours, whatever length you want it to be, and then add a sewing allowance for your hemming. So you're going to hem both the top and the bottom part. So for me, I added 1 inch on both sides. Now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead again and measure from the side. Now what we're trying to achieve here is the armhole area. For me, I went ahead to mark out 9, which is 1 inch lower than what my normal armhole measurement is. For me it's 8, so I went down by 9. You can actually go down by 10 or 11 depending on how much you want your bust area to show, but for me I did 9, and that's what I'm going to use. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my pins to make sure that I know where my armhole is, right? You could just go ahead as well to just notch it, which I actually go ahead to do later on in the video, but I went ahead to use these pins so I could show you this. So this is what we have for the cowl right now, and as you can see where the pins are, that is where I'm going to have my armhole line like registered. So if you go ahead to measure from the top here to that point where I have the pin, you see that it is 9, and this is how deep the cowl is, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just remove the pins and actually notch that part, because the pins are not going to be needed all so much. So I go ahead to notch it as it is. Now that I have both sides notched, I'm going to go ahead and measure what I have from the notched area to the lower part, and this is going to help me get the back measurement of what I'm going to need, right? So for me here it is 21, and as you can see for the back we have 21. So what I'm going to do for the breadth of this is my hip measurement. We're going to be using the hip measurement, our hip measurement, whatever your hip measurement is, right, divided by 4. That's what you're going to do. So for me, I did my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. I'm going to go ahead now and take that for what it is, right? I'm going to mark it down on this part as well so that I can have a clear line when I go ahead to rule my line straight. I'm going to use my straight rule now to make sure that everything is straight and seated perfectly. And then I'll go ahead to cut out the excess that we don't need anymore. Now that I have that on this upper part here, I'm going to be hemming it, but I'm going to be hemming it in such a way that elastic can pass through. I'll also go and hem the front part by 1 inch. After I do that, after we go ahead to actually hem the front part, I'm going to be adding this bias tape that I cut out of the fabric on the side. Now you want to start from that 9 inches that we notched at the beginning of the video. We're going to go ahead and place the bias tape on it and then sew it to the top. Now the length of this strap for the bias tape would be as long as you want it to be for you. If you want it to be a little shorter, you can make it a little shorter. Now for the elastic, you want to go ahead and measure from one chest to the other. So what I mean is you're going to place your tape on your chest and know like how wide that is, and then go ahead to cut out. For me here, this is 10, and for me on my main body, it is also 10. So I went ahead to cut out an elastic band of 10 inches. This is what the front area looks like right now. We're going to go ahead and attach the back, but before that, we're going to go ahead to pass our elastic through. After we go ahead to pass our elastic through the hole that we already made, we're going to place the back onto the front, starting from that 9-inch notch that we made earlier, which is now covered by the bias, so it should not be difficult for you to find. We're going to go ahead and close it by the allowance that we left for it earlier, which was for me 1.5 inch. I also went ahead to hem the ends of the top at the end of everything, but this is what it looks like right now. This is what the cowl is looking like, and this is what the back is looking like. This is like the most simplest top to make, and I had fun making mine. I hope you get to try this out for yourself, and I hope you also have fun making yours. Like I said, this is really simple, straight to the point and forward. This is most likely an outfit you can wear to the beach or out with your friends, depending on the kind of fabric that was used to make it. With that being said, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to love yourself, because I love you. Have a beautiful day or night, whichever it is you live for. Bye.